Sunday, the island was jammed, he says. We've got to thank the Friday S-Class races and the tremendous cooperation between the community and the Texas Powerboats events, not to mention the professional way all races prevented this great sport. Armsco Hurricane, racing to teach all children to swim. Armsco's Hurricane in second place right now in B class behind Restore. Some of the other competitors in B class include Patriot, Auto Palace, Locomotion, Venus Swimwear, and Full Throttle. Aboard Armsco's Hurricane, we've got John Christensen and Steve Page. 32-foot skater. There's Restore. Upfield Restore in first place in B class, but Armsco Hurricane right behind in second place right now, picking up some room. Armsco's Hurricane. Steve Page and John Christensen doing a great job. In Excess on the inside, coming by In Excess in Super class, currently #1 in Super. Armsco's Hurricane winnings in Sarasota, Jacksonville, and Miami have been used to provide swimming lessons for over 200 children to date. Armsco's Hurricane. As we look upfield, there's Restore and In Excess as we're going around the turn. There's In Excess around the turn with backdrop of Galveston, Texas. This is the National Offshore Championship Final, 1994. We're going on board Armsco Hurricane once again.
See the turn marker? What? See the turn marker? I'm right on it. That boat's pretty fast, you know. That Restore. Oh, he just stood up.
There's Speed 4 Restore in the lead.
We got a little ground on him that time. Okay, you're doing perfect for this turn. Woo, Ted's gonna screw up his turn, I think. Yeah, he is.
Let's stay inside, okay?
All right.
Let's stay real tight inside. All right? Hold on. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Get it around there.
Hold on. Hold on.
All right, get behind Ted. Stay right in his wake.
Okay.
Because I'm going to trim up.
Okay, let's go. Get going. Get going.
Stay right in the middle of his wake.
I'm sorry, Jadon, I didn't hear you.
I'll tell you one thing, I do not like right-hand turns. I do not like being on the... Yeah, he is over, too. Somebody's over.
Is everybody okay, you think?
That's Auto Palace is over.
Okay, hang on.
Come on, bring it around.
Okay, it's around. Okay.
Well, Auto Palace just joined the Submarine Club.
Yep.
All righty. They got a new setup again.
Okay, here we go. Line them up. Let's roll. Patriot went over.
Patriot went over,
hold
too?
On, hold on. Patriot's over.
You're kidding.
Nope. Auto Palace guys are all right. That's great news. John, give us a shot on now. Make sure that the guys from Patriot are all right, will you? Give us a shot when you can.
Here's some video now, courtesy of Mr. Hank Harms, just before the Patriot race team flipped over. And as we heard just a little while ago, the Armsco's Hurricane racing team concerned about the Patriot crew members. And as we watch this video and watch Patriot flipping over, we can tell you there were no injuries. Everyone is okay, as was everyone in the Auto Palace Performance Racing Team as well. There you see the Patriot race team. Crew members are okay, and that's the important thing. Safety first here at this 1994 National Offshore Championship Final. And there you see the Patriot Racing Team. They're partly submerged. Now, of course, how will this affect the national point standings? Well, we believe that since Auto Palace, there's no shot at Patriot, since Auto Palace Performance flipped first and Patriot second, well, possibly that's the way they'll finish. There's Auto Palace Performance being towed in. We believe now that Patriot will probably finish in first place in the national point standings, followed by Auto Palace. At this point, that's our speculation. There's Auto Palace Performance being towed in. The important thing, everyone is okay. The crew members, no injuries involved here. Auto Palace and the Patriot Racing Team out of the race in P class. The driver Billy Scott from Miami, Florida. Throttleman Todd DeRiba from Isla Morada, Florida. S69 Taz. Now, the racing team would like to thank Scott from Intense Marine for rigging and maintaining this 24-foot skater. Also, Debbie's Tavern out of Miami, Florida. And Terry, Todd's lovely girlfriend, for helping out with the Taz racing team. S69. Other competitors in S-Class, Mobile One, Cutting Edge, and Team Florida. But right now, you're watching Taz. Very shortly, we're going to go on board the Taz Racing Team to listen to some of their conversation.
Take this fucking A-boat out. We're getting ready to right now. We're going to turn right here, Todd? I don't know. I'll tell you in a second when I see someone else turn. Yep. Okay, you got the inside, baby. Do it. Not yet. Okay, turn. Just follow these guys, that's all. That wasn't the idea. Well, let's get some fresh water. You got it. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll.
Billy Scott and Todd DeRiba enjoying this race.
No, thank you. I've got it going, but I'm not.
A little bumping and banging, but doing a great job.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. It's only 24 feet long here, bud. Get to the inside. Okay, I'm going. Turn, 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 dive, dive. Go. Billy, if I hear go one more time from you. Okay. Thank you. I'm the guy who gives it the go. You steer. Okay. See what I mean? Yes, I'm on it. Okay.
Great conversation here between Billy Scott and Todd DeRiba. Some of the up-close and personal conversation that you hear with these onboard cameras. We will have 7 onboard cameras for the World Championships in Key West. Now, Taz S69 took a 5th place in the preliminary race in the first heat. In the second heat, it came in 4th. Came into this race in 4th place from those 2 preliminary heats before this big event. Right now, you're watching S69 Taz in S-Class. All right, there's B29 Everglades Express B29. Now, it's a 33-foot fountain powered by twin 460 horsepower Carolina racing engines. Now, the owner throttle man is George Arellano. This is his rookie year racing with South Padre Island as his first race ever, and finished in 4th place. Through the season, his team has proven to be a driving force in Offshore B and has earned the respect of all the offshore racers. George has owned a number of high-performance offshore powerboats and finally decided to pursue his dream to be a racer. Now the driver is Glenn Martin. He's the son of Ralph Martin, the owner of Everglades Marina, and the brother of Tress Martin, the throttle man on the superboat In Excess. Working at Everglades Marina, he's been a test pilot on many of the race boats that have come out of the high-performance shop. In his off time from racing and working, he's an avid musician playing bass and guitar for local bands in Fort Lauderdale. We're on board now, B-29. This is just moments before the beginning of the race. This is as their boats are beginning to line up. On the left side is Heartbeat. On the right, very shortly, we will see Power Play. We are on board B-29 at 33-foot fountain, as we said, powered by twin 460 horsepower Carolina racing engines. And there's the Heartbeat on the left, Power Play on the right. Now the power is delivered through 2 Mercruiser 5 Speedmaster drives and Mercury high-performance propellers. This boat was race-rigged and is maintained by Everglades Marina under the supervision of Tress Martin. Everglades Express has had an impressive first season with consistent finishes, including 4th place in South Padre Island, a 1st place in Miami, a 5th at Sarasota, a close 2nd in Jacksonville, and a close 2nd also at the SBR National Championship in Miami, making the national champions in SBR Sport class. We've got the green flag now for B-29 Everglades Express in this 1994 National Offshore Championship. Of course, this was taped a little bit earlier with an onboard camera, as you can see. With George Arellano and Glenn Martin aboard this 33-foot fountain, Everglades Express. There's the Heartbeat there on the left side as B-29 Everglades Express begins to pull away from the field at the beginning of this 1994 National Offshore Championship. B-29, Glenn Martin and George Arellano. Currently, they are in 1st place in the Prop Series for Offshore B and in 3rd place in the APBA National Point Standings. Now, the support crew consists of Doug Mitten and Gary Mitten, who also work on Taz Racing Team. They would like to give special thanks to Tammy, Todd, Terry, Tracy, Chris, and Mom. Also, Mayfair Steering, VP Racing Fuels, Gil Marine Exhaust, Mercruiser High Performance Group, Trimble Navigation, and the NXS Racing Team. Now, all of Everglades Express win purses are donated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation to make unfortunate kids' dreams come true. In June, George was named Vapor Trail's Throttle Man of the Month for his underdog victory in his 2nd race. He's the most likely contender for Rookie of the Year. You can tell that Everglades Express will be the most competitive team racing next year. Be sure and watch out for this racing team in the upcoming combined Offshore World Championships in Key West. B-29 Everglades Express. Everglades Express currently in 3rd place in B class. George Arellano and Glenn Martin. Looking comfortable there in their 33-foot fountain. Listen to those Carolina racing engines. On board B-29. We'll have 7 onboard cameras for the World Championships in Key West. We'll bring you some exciting pictures of the race. Galveston, Texas in the background there as we go around the turn. In 3rd place in B class, Everglades Express. Number 1 in the Prop Series in B class. They're going around the turn, B29. Nice view with our onboard camera. Little bumpy in the Gulf. In first place in B class, it's B2, a 33-foot fountain Heartbeat, powered by two 600-horsepower Troy Dennis inboards with Merc Cruiser drives. Aboard Heartbeat, Kurt Harbor on throttles, Rodney Riddell, he's the driver, Jack Carmody, the co-driver. They're all from Texas. Heartbeat in first place in B class. Now we're going to go on board Heartbeat. Heartbeat is owned and throttled by Kurt Harbor. Kurt has an aggressive nature that makes him an excellent competitor with anyone that he's competing with, along with his co-driver is Rodney Riddell, who has been competitively racing since he was a teenager in drag boats and motorcycles. They have the edge for offshore racing. Well, the newest member of the race team is Jack Carmody, owner of Ranger Excavating and Carlos and Charlie's out of Austin, Texas. Jack is pumped. He can't wait to go to Key West, Florida to do it. Again, he is fearless, according to Kurt. Well, the Galveston race hosted by TOPS, that's the Texas Offshore Powerboat Performance Squadron, and TPE Texas Powerboat Events, had a special fundraising auction Saturday night before the race, which Heartbeat participated in to help raise money for the Children's Center in Galveston, Texas. All of Heartbeat's ABA winnings goes to Texas Children's Hospital, the largest pediatrics hospital in the country. Now, as you can see, we're on board Heartbeat at the very beginning of this race. We do have a green flag now, and Heartbeat is off to a great start at the beginning of this National Offshore Championship final in Galveston, Texas. Now, the Heartbeat racing team would like to thank Southwest Refractory of Texas, Carlos and Charlie's in Austin, the Hassan-Miller family, Marine Dynamics in Seabrook, Texas, Harbor Financial offices in Houston, Austin, and New York, the Crossed Eye Seagull in Clear Lake, Texas, the Seabrook Beach Club in Seabrook, and the Ocean Grill in Galveston, Texas. Heartbeat currently in first place. It is your leader in B class. And these are the early moments of this race. Now we're back to our helicopter shot. Heartbeat. Rodney Riddell and Jack Carmody doing an excellent job aboard this 33-foot fountain. There's Airborne on the left side here. This 33-foot fountain powered by two 600-horsepower Troy Denison boards. Texas fans watching Heartbeat, the Heartbeat racing teams, all of these guys, Kurt Harbor, Rodney Riddell, and Jack Carmody, they're all from Texas. So they got their locals and they've got their fans right here rooting for them in this 1994 National Offshore Championship, and they're doing very well. They are in first place in B class, dominating B class. Driving job by Rodney Riddell, throttleman Kurt Harbor. As we go around the turn, Jack Carmody also aboard. He's the co-driver. Competitors in B class, of course, Power Play and Everglades Express. Also, Dragon Lady, Banker, Triton, and Tsunami. Houston City Limits and Pier 45 are out of the race. Back to our helicopter shot now. Heartbeat in first place in B class. There you can see the guys are pumped up. They know they're going to get that checkered flag. They know they're going in for a victory here in B class, dominating that class. And back to our onboard camera now. Kurt Harbor, Rodney Riddell, Jack Carmody have done a fine job in this race. B2, Heartbeat. Now you can hear them slowing down. Those Troy Dennis inboards cracking down. Ragamuffin followed by Airborne and Phantom Offshore. In C, Harazuba, Change Order, and Pure Amperage. In B class, Triton, then Tsunami and Heartbeat. In A class, Archer Marine, then Frank's Marine and Hog's Breath. And finally, in S class, Mobile One, Cutting Edge, and Team Florida. And those are your national point standings for the 1994 racing season for APBA. And now here are the final standings in the $100,000 props series. First off, in Superclass, In Excess, followed by Spirit of Houston and Alcone Motorsports. In the Open, Recovery, Brooks Athletic Shoes and Shooters. In the Modified House Suite, it is 2, Flying Tiger and Utterly Fantastic. Pro Outboard, Harmsco's Hurricane, Patriot, and Auto Palace Performance. In Stock, Mobile One, Team Florida, and Vision Video Bermuda. In Offshore D, Ragamuffin, Airborne, and Phantom Offshore. In Offshore C, Change Order, followed by Pure Amperage and Hot and Nasty. In Offshore B, Everglades Express, followed by Heartbeat and Dragon Lady. And finally, in Offshore A, Archer Marine, Frank's Marine, and Team Hog's Breath. And those are your final standings in the $100,000 props series. Now the winners will collect their trophies and checks at the APBA year-end banquet in February. Terry from the Taz Racing Team holding up the red flag. Terry. We will hear some conversation going on between Race Control and Alan Butler, and there it is.
It's a little late for that, I think.
We're just waiting for an okay on this large smoke line. We got it. Okay, Joe, I'm just standing by. Give me the word. Take control of this one. Take control of this one.
Well, there's a marker right straight ahead of us there. Is that, that's,
This is Angel 1, you copy?
well, there's a yellow one way over there.
Yeah, Joe, it's all Menbo's 2, the one right by the pier. Don't anchor, because if I need him, he's going to have to just tell him to idle if he can. If he can.
Once again, a helicopter in the background, HMC helicopter.
He's having a good time, isn't he?
I imagine.
I'd rather not have him anchor. If we need something, you know, he's got a lot of area to cover. There's spot, he's right by this. You control the Menbo 2.
Yeah, they're coming back by to say hi.
Once again, HMC helicopters.
Now, you got a lot of boats here over here. I'm trying to keep them away, but you got to haul them around. I don't know.
Hello, Sue. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Benjamin. They'll enjoy that.
You got any threes?
No, go fish.
Here, I'll just show you my hand.
Can you keep them away?
I didn't have much.
Go fish.
Okay.
Okay, look, we're getting a start now.
Alan Butler and Gary Ballou having some fun aboard
All right.
Cutting Edge.
Taz. Hey, buddies. It's the Taz boys. Just start when everybody else does.
All right, there's the pace boat, the dealer. There's the yellow smoke. A few moments before the beginning of this race, as we see the yellow smoke. All right, now, as we see the lineup, there's 7-Up, Locomotion, Hurricane, and Full Throttle. The first lineup here for the beginning of this race, the Sunny Isles Beach. We're aboard now P9 Hurricane as we are lining up, getting ready for this race. There you see the pace boat, the dealer going by, lining up the boats. We are on board P9 Hurricane, and in just a moment or so, we will see Full Throttle on our right side. We are now lining up for this race. Early moments, there's the bow of Full Throttle on the right side. Aboard P9 Hurricane. Steve Page and John Christensen aboard. Getting ready. Back to our helicopter shot now. There's 7-Up, Locomotion, Hurricane, Full Throttle, Venus Swimwear, and Sunday on the bay, and Courageous Cat on the far outside. Coming into the picture now, B-124 Cigarette. The lineup remains the same. 7-Up, Locomotion, Hurricane, Full Throttle, Venus Swimwear, Sunday on the Bay, and Courageous Cat on the outside. All right, we've got the green flag now. It's the beginning of this first annual Sunny Isles Beach Offshore Grand Prix. Beautiful jump there, 7 up the Uncola. And now here are your leaders. Locomotion has gone to the immediate lead, followed by Harmsco's Hurricane. Then you got 7 up on the inside with Venus Swimwear coming into the picture. Gone clear on the outside in local class. On the inside is 7 up there. 7 up the Uncola. Once again, Locomotion and Hurricane and Venus Swimwear gone clear on the outside are your leaders early in this race. Now we're going on board Harmsco's Hurricane to see how that looked like. Steve Page and John Christensen aboard Harmsco's Hurricane. And there you can see the water's a little bumpy here at this first annual Sunny Isles Beach Offshore Grand Prix. Nice rattling there, Mr. John Christensen. This is an APBA Southeast Divisional Championship. P9 Harmsco Hurricane. And there on the right side is Gone Clear, a 40-foot skater, Bobby Moore, aboard Gone Clear, local class. 2 onboards in this race, the other one on Cutting Edge. Right now you're on Harmsco Hurricane, P9. Steve Page and John Christensen. All right, back to a helicopter shot, B-124 and 7 up the Uncola on the inside. Also, Sonny's on the bay and full throttle there on the outside. Sonny's on the bay and full throttle. Looking at the leaders, we see Team Cigarette, Venus Swimwear, Gone Clear. Out front is Harmsco Hurricane and Locomotion, but now it's Uncola here, C7 on the inside. Aero Express coming on. They're into the picture on the outside. Everyone off to a great start here in these bumpy waters off of Miami Beach. There's C7, the Uncola, 7 up. As we look ahead, there's Team Cigarette and Venus Swimwear. Next, the team. First annual Sunny Isles Beach Offshore Grand Prix. Early moments of this race. And it's Gone Clear. Harmsco Hurricane, Locomotion, and Venus Swimwear coming up. There's on the inside, Locomotion. Harmsco Hurricane in the picture. Gone Clear in the lead. Harmsco Hurricane there in second place right now, right behind Gone Clear. Locomotion right behind on the inside, and Venus Swimwear. Now we're going to look one more time here on P9 Harmsco Hurricane, what that looks like here in the early moments of this race. Harmsco Hurricane in second place behind Gone Clear. Gone Clear in local class, P9 Harmsco Hurricane in P class. Now we're going around the first turn of this race, and the order is Gone Clear, Harmsco Hurricane, and Locomotion in the first turn of the Sunny Isles Beach Offshore Grand Prix. Bumpy waters here off of Miami Beach. All right, now as we go around our first turn, there's Harmsco Hurricane on the inside, Gone Clear on the outside. Harmsco, P9. Steve Page, John Christensen. There's Locomotion on the inside, 35-foot motion. Locomotion now. Also in P class, there's Harmsco Hurricane on the outside. Nice battle going on here between these two P-boats. Let's see it in slow motion. Bumpy waters here off of Miami Beach, Florida. Locomotion. P26, a 35-foot motion with Raul and Alice Ramos aboard, powered by 3 2.5 EFIs and Mercury boards. P9 Harmsco Hurricane, a 32-foot skater, powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. Harmsco. Owner Hank Harms from North Palm Beach, Florida. Driver Steve Page from Fort Myers, Florida. Throttle John Christensen from Winter Haven, Florida. Overall leader right now, P9 Hurricane. Wins in Sarasota, Jacksonville, and Miami have been used to provide swimming lessons for over 200 children to date for a P9 Harmsco Hurricane. Their overall leader right now. We're on board with Steve Page and John Christensen. There's a little insert of P9 Hurricane, a 32-foot skater. The Harmsco Hurricane logo, racing to teach all children to swim. Harmsco Hurricane, your 1994 Props Series winner. The sponsor of Harmsco Hurricane is Harmsco Environmental Filtration Systems. Of course, the Harmsco Hurricane racing team which wish a speedy recovery to Ricky Ford from the Ragamuffin racing team. Hope to see him back on the circuit real soon. By the way, freeze frame video will be covering the World Championships in Key West. We'll be shooting that, and also we'll be providing footage for the television coverage of the World Championships in Key West, Florida. We will have 7 onboard cameras as well as 2 helicopters for that week, so we're going to have some pretty exciting coverage for you. Hurricane E9, overall leader right now in this first annual Sunny Isles Beach Offshore Grand Prix. Nice throttling by John Christensen. Harmsco Hurricane just hanging and banging, overall leader in this race right now. A little slow motion. Harmsco Hurricane racing to teach all children to swim. P9. Gone clear on the outside. Gone clear in local class. Harmsco on the inside. Back on board the 32-foot skater, Harmsco Hurricane. Let's listen to those 3 2.5 EFIs. Gone clear on the outside. HMC helicopter Dave Clark. He'll be with us in Key West for the World Championships. Gone clear on the outside now, going to the overall lead here in this Sunny Isles Beach Offshore Grand Prix. Taz followed by, on the inside, Cutting Edge, a 30-foot motion. Taz, Cutting Edge, and Mobile One right behind us. Great battle going on here in S-Class. S69 Taz, a 24-foot skater. Cutting Edge, a 30-foot motion. Mobile One, a 28-foot skater. 3 highly competitive S-boats right now in a fierce battle in this race. On the inside, Cutting Edge, we've got Mr. Alan Butler and Gary Blue aboard. Taz, Billy Scott, and Todd DeRiba aboard that 24-foot skater. And in just a few moments, we will be going aboard Cutting Edge with our onboard camera to catch some of the conversations between Mr. Alan Butler and Gary Blue on this 30-foot motion. We'll be taking you back to the start of this race, and here they are.
No, go straight, Alan.
Okay, Mobile One's to the left.
Yeah, we're going to go straight. A little to the right, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to follow the beach. Okay.
He's way too out in front.
We're still yellow. Green. That felt familiar.
He's waving to me to slow down a little bit. You see Taz anywhere?
No.
Great conversation going on there between Mr. Alan Butler and Gary Ballou aboard this 30-foot motion cutting edge.
Here's our slot.
Mr. Alan Butler seeming a little bit more intense than he and Gary were before the start of this race when they were playing cards.
See, everybody's holding back a little bit here.
Interesting conversation aboard Cutting Edge, a 30-foot motion. We enjoy that. We enjoy patching into the intercom system and listening to what the crew members have to say about the race. You get a real sense of what the race is all about by listening to these guys talk about what's going on. Cutting Edge, S9, 30-foot motion. Alan Butler, Gary Ballou aboard. Right now, Cutting Edge in second place in S-Class. Alan Butler, Gary Ballou. The crew chief is Larry Butler. In second place, S9. Taz out in front right now, number 1 in S-Class. Little bumpy out there, as you can see, a lot of these S-boats are exercising some caution, being a little on the conservative side because of the bumpy waters off of Miami Beach. There's Taz there on the right side in first place in S-Class. Taz. We're going to go back on board now and see what they've got to say.
Hey, man, somebody's on the beach. No, that's a triple engine boat. Here comes Taz. Uh-oh. We're done playing. Goodbye. I hope they don't get hurt.
Yeah, let's don't let them get hurt.
All right. All right, there's 6,000. I'm starting to like it.
There is Sunday on the bay there on the beach, as the crew members were referring to something on the beach. No injuries. Everyone is okay. Back to a helicopter shot. There is S9 Cutting Edge with Alan Butler and Gary Ballou in second place in S-Class, with Taz number 1 right now in S. Don't want to go over your heads in this race. Have to exercise a little bit of caution. That's what these crew members are doing right now. Bumpy waters here off of Miami Beach in the Sunny Isles Beach Offshore Grand Prix. We're going to go back on board now with Alan Butler and Gary Ballou.
Hey, there's our freeze-frame helicopter. I wish they could tell us how close Mobile 1 is back there.
Okay, here's our turn.
Going on the turn there, you see a little bit of Taz there in the distance on the right side. Taz in first place in S-Class.
There they are.
And there's Taz, and there's Cutting Edge.
All right, they got us on camera, these two boats, I guess. Yep, Taz about flipped it there, too.
Taz on the outside, Cutting Edge on the inside. A great battle going on here between these two S-boats. Taz getting a little crazy, a lot of hanging and banging there. S69 Taz. Taz is a 24-foot skater powered by two 200-horse-powered Mercury outboards. Let's look at that again. Bumpy waters here at Sunny Isles Beach in Miami.